Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Hey guys, Coach Kurt. So I have one that I'm going to break down. It's a police-involved shooting, and some people are going to see it and automatically get really angry at the cop. And I'm here to tell you, as a control tactics instructor, as a use of force instructor, the officer didn't do anything wrong. Were there plenty of other options that he could have done? Yes, but I guarantee you that he did what he did based on lack of training offered him by his department. Unfortunately, in America today, most police officers working the street are way undertrained. They don't have nearly as much use of force training and control tactics training that they should have. And because of that, it turns into something ugly really quick. When you don't have a lot of training, you run out of options really quick and you go to default. And a lot of times default puts you in your lizard brain and you just fight at that point to protect yourself. That is absolutely the department's fault. Most departments are not giving their officers the training they need. And unfortunately, it has a lot to do with time and money and manpower. They just don't have enough manpower to put people in training and then still cover the road and the streets. And then the training is expensive and time consuming and they don't have the time. Another thing you're going to see that may come up because of this video is, well, it seemed like it was probably a minor incident. Why did it have to go so bad? Guys, at the end of the day, it's not the police officer who chose to let it get this bad. The individual chose to fight the police. So if we can get past that this individual does not have a right to fight the police said you are under arrest, then if you think he's wrong, then you deal with it in court later on. Your rights will be avenged if everything was wrong later on. There on the street, you're inviting bad juju to happen if you fight the police. And more and more of that is happening in America today because people are feeling entitled. There's a big sense of anti-law enforcement movement. And the bad guys know this, and they're getting more empowered. But I run on, and I apologize. Let's start the video, and we'll start from the beginning and tell me what you think.
And trying to get shot.
Yeah, that's dangerous. You got any other weapons on you besides that knife that's on your bike?
And knives.
I'm sorry?
Just the other knives that I carry.
Okay. Alright.
Why are you asking me all that?
Just like to know where weapons are. You're usually pretty chill, but some people aren't. I try to ask everybody, keep it consistent. I don't want to treat people differently, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
You have a good day, sir.
Yeah.
We'll go and work on this.
Okay, well, unfortunately, at the moment, you are under arrest. You got a warrant. Get on the ground! Get on the ground, you got a warrant.
What are you doing?
You got a warrant. Get on the ground.
Hey, dude.
Get on the ground.
You just started trying to attack
Get on the
me
ground.
and
You're
shit.
under arrest. You have a warrant. You got a warrant. Stop.
Hey, fucking, you know, what the hell are you doing?
Hey, 40, we're fighting.
Hey, look, dude.
Get on the
Get
ground.
off of me, homie.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Oh, fuck. What are you
Get on
doing,
the
man?
ground.
Get off me, man.
Get on
Get
the
off me.
ground.
You just started attacking me, homie. Don't do that.
Get on the ground.
Don't attack me, dude. I'll
on the
get on the ground.
You're gonna get sprayed if you don't get on the ground right now. You understand me? Get on the ground.
Attack me, dude. Are you gonna do that?
40 OC deployed. Get on the ground.
What are you doing? No,
No! You drop that knife right
I
now!
don't have a knife.
Dave 4998. Ah! Drop the knife! Stop! Where'd you hit?
The head, bastard. You hit me in the head.
Roll over.
God, you hit me in the head. Let me breathe. Oh, help me.
Wow, so we got a lot of stuff happening at once. I guarantee you that in the mind of that police officer, there was a knife coming out. Was already pulling away, had a punching, fighting posture. He had said at the beginning of the contact that he had another knife. He didn't tell him about the pepper spray. Heaven forbid, bad guys don't always tell the truth. But in his mind, he was just trying to fight this guy to take him into custody. The guy was trying to resist. His hand came from a fighting posture down to behind his back, it looked like, and he thought he was coming out with another knife. When you are in a high-stress scenario, anyone that's been there knows and understands what I'm talking about. You can get visual and auditory exclusion going on. Like I said, tunnel vision. You've got traffic noise. You might have ringing in his ears. In his mind, he's already got a perceived threat of a possible knife because the guy's hand disappeared and he's coming out with something. And so he pulls his gun and gives him a command to drop the other knife. And he sprays him in the face with a pepper spray. And now the cop is thinking he's got a knife. And now he's blind and his eyes are burning and he fires his weapon. Pretty shit scenario, but any control tactics instructor, any use of force instructor, any firearms instructor would probably agree that as shitty as that was, it was completely a viable shoot. It was reasonable, objectively reasonable under the law. But did it have to go there? If law enforcement in America today had a way more training than the agencies and departments are dishing out, now you know that the taxpayer is going to have to step up too. We need more money and more manpower so we can get the training we need. But with that training, let's break down this incident one more time and show what good control tactics could do in the possible positions that were presenting themselves during the fight. Hey guys, so this is what I call the dance. When you tell them they're under arrest and then you grab them by the arm, or they're trying to pull away or like screw you, turning to run, then you grab them by the arm. Whatever happens, you get into that position of interview and, position of control where you grab their arm and then somehow it goes to the ground. Well, I can tell you how it gets to the ground because they're trying to pull away and the average individual wants to pull back. But instead of pulling back, you grab them by the arm, they pull away, you go with their energy, you take their back. Guys, I've got dozens of videos on how to take somebody to the ground. It takes training to do it, but a simple answer is what I just did. You go with their pull before they can try to punch you or anything. They're pulling away because they haven't got to the point where they want to punch you yet. And you go with that energy and you take their back and you trip them and take them down. This is me dealing with this situation once it gets to the ground. I'm in a mount position here. I'm holding control. I'm talking to the individual, trying to de-escalate the situation. I've got it in an arm lock right there. That's an Americana. He says, okay, I give up. And then I roll him over into handcuffing. That's fairly easy to teach. And here he is saying, no, I'm still going to fight a little bit. You add a little bit more pressure to the arm. And it's like, no, come on, guy. Here I am, just holding him in position, not trying to force it, not trying to break his arm at this point. Just talking to him. Listen, you said you're going to give up. Give up. It's just a warrant. I've had these conversations with people in the field in real life. You talk them out of their lizard brain, and that's what you're trying to do. Turn a situation that could go bad into something that's manageable. And you need to be able to keep your head in order for them to return to their right mind. And you're like, well, you do this all the time. This is something you do. You've been training martial arts forever. That's true. But Aiken here is a white belt. We've been training for about a year now. He started training with me. He does Krav Maga. He started training with me about a year ago. And you're going to see him pretty much doing this to me. This is the first session we've tried this. This, again, isn't full-out sparring. This is just be giving him negative energy, the kind of energy somebody on the street might give, a thug who's trying to get away. Here he is with knee on belly. He is going with my energy, and any second now he's probably going to go to a full mount. He feels me turning and trying to pull away from him, and he's going with my energy, controlling my hands, and there he goes, full mount. Now he's doing what I tell him to do, positional control. Don't be in a hurry. Keep the position, manage the position, let me do all the work. let me burn off my energy. Here I am trying to control his arm just like a bad guy might do. I'm not using any jiu-jitsu on him. I'm just trying to be a good bad guy so he can get good training in. And he is going to control my arm and talk to me. Yes, talk, until he can put my arm in a position where he can put it in a submission. Now, here he is controlling my arm. It's out flat, and now it's in an L position. And he's just waiting to bide his time to put it in an Americana. There he is. He's slipping his hand up under my elbow in Americana. The difference is, as a police officer, I would then transition to a handcuffing position that you saw earlier in the video and in so many other videos I had before. Now, if you remember from our incident, he was pulling away and pulling away. He gave him time to think and how to fight. And he puts his hand up like he wants to punch, and then he starts reaching for something after the cop pepper sprays him. The cop rightly thinks that he's being attacked by a knife or some other kind of weapon. In a situation like this, you either want to get in close or get far away. Create distance management. He's got the firearm. He's got a good view of what's behind the bad guy. But if you remember right, this is where the bad guy pulls out pepper spray and pepper sprays the police officer. I'm not saying that could have never happened. I'm just saying with more training, it may not have happened the way it did. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I probably, hopefully, brought certain concepts to light. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, everybody take care and stay safe.
Let's roll. Hey, let's be careful out.